views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or a substitute for seeking professional guidance.
Stay. Elaine. What we said? Stay. Elaine. What we said? Ready, set, go. Ready, 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 ready. Ready, set, go. Ready, set, go, 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 go. Ready, set, go. Ooh. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. That's a lot of excitement. I had to get into it. That's a lot of excitement. So, guys, my board has been changed over, but don't worry. I'm going to get back into it. So, welcome to the Stay in Your Lane podcast. Guys, can you believe that we're at episode 24? I cannot believe it. I literally started this, I think the end of September. We're in December, the end of the semester. But welcome. It's been a pleasure. I love you, to all my listeners out there on campus. And I'm about to get some new listeners off campus because we're about to take this thing to the next level. As you know, it's your girl, Samanta Harmond. Yes, a.k.a. Miss Spicy. Spicy with it in a Caribbean girl. Your Caribbean queen is here, your island girl. So if you guys have not, go ahead, check out our latest episode on Instagram. I said on Instagram. Actually, follow my page on Instagram. We just created an Instagram. It's called Stay, STAY _ Your Lane _ movement. Go and hit that follow. That's so you're going to know when I drop a latest episode, there's going to be small clips. So let's just get this movement kicked off and let's start it and let's get it. But you can check us out on YouTube, right? At SLAOESSEX, that's Student Life and Activity. And also on Spotify at SLAOESSEX, okay? So you can stay in your lane or type in Stay in Your Lane. How you would definitely find me. But don't worry, we got more channel and everything coming on. So let's get right into business because today's about to be an amazing episode. I do have somebody in the studio with me. I am not alone. No, I'm not. So today I just met this young man. He looked like a very reserved young man.
Thank you.
Let's see. So today we have with us in the studio Nasir. How are you?
Good. I'm excited to be here.
Put the bike up a little. Come on, we want to hear you. We want to hear you.
Thank
Move
you.
it.
Thank you.
There you go.
I appreciate the opportunity. I'm glad to be up here and entertain your platform.
Yes.
All that.
All right. Love it. So before I get into things, let the listener know who is Nasir.
I'm just a chill guy, but I'm a student. Freshman year at Essex.
Okay.
Athlete, trainer, aspiring trainer, grown person.
A grown person.
Growing person, yeah.
Oh, a growing person. I like
time.
that. You growing. You planting your seed.
Yeah. Plant all my seeds.
You
trying to get
watering it,
Yeah.
or you just leaving it to just.
Sometimes I might leave it because I forget, but I'm trying to stay consistent, water my plant, sunlight every day.
You're trying to water it? Okay, I hope you do. So you said you're an athlete?
Yeah.
What sport you play?
I play basketball. I've done other things. I've done track, a little bit of wrestling here and there.
Oh, are you playing in a sport in the school currently?
Not currently, but aspiring to, yeah.
Aspiring to? You should go join the basketball team. They have a basketball team and a track and field team here.
I didn't make it this year.
No?
Yeah,
Did you try out?
It was cool. Yeah, I tried out. It just wasn't for me this year. I'll come back next year and see what happens.
Okay, so next year you're gonna go, but next semester, I
Yeah.
think you're gonna go back. Is
Next September.
Oh, so they do it every September?
Yeah.
Okay, so how long have you been an athlete?
7 years now.
7 years.
Yeah.
That's
I've always been in the field of working out and things like that. Just
okay.
now I'm dedicating my time to a specific goal.
So is that why you're studying currently PTA?
Yeah.
Physical therapy?
Yep.
What drives you to that?
I always grew up working out. My grandfather is one of those older man who's been working out for years. He's at the park outside. You might see him sometimes.
Oh.
So as a kid, that resonated with me, and he instilled like those values. So coming up, I just naturally like knew how to take care of my health. I wake up early. I go to sleep. I go to sleep late, but I wake up early. I take care of myself. Try to practice healthy habits all the time.
Okay, that's good. You go to sleep late, but you wake up early. You got a night owl and a early waker.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So, so how would you describe yourself? I know you mentioned earlier that you're a chill person.
Yeah.
Who told you that?
Actually, it's a meme. It's a joke that's been out recently where people just post this dog and say, I'm just a chill guy.
You know what's so funny? It's so funny that you said that, right? Because on the Instagram page, whenever I upload video, I only upload 2 videos so far, but the first one that I was uploading, I was looking for backtrack music. Right. And you know, when you're making a reel, you can go in trending music. And there's this song that is trending. It's called The Chill Guy.
Yeah, that sound just specifically for that.
That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
It literally when I first saw it, it was at number 43. I think 2 days ago, it was at number 2.
Yeah, everybody's been using it. It blew up.
Where did it came from?
I don't know. It was just like nobody knows where it came from. Just like this dog. And
Come
people
closer.
were posting it. This dog.
There you go.
People were posting it. My bad. And it was just like, oh, I'm just a chill guy. And people would just say stuff and be like, oh, I'm just a chill guy.
And I like the cover art is which character is that? The cover art is with this Simpson character or something with a guy with his hand in his pockets or whatever.
That's him.
Mm-hmm. It's like a nice little background track. It's very chill for real. I didn't know it was a movement. I didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so for our what do you call it? For our promotional episode, because when I finish, I'm gonna take a little video. I'm gonna use that sound.
Okay.
And it's gonna call. Okay, so our podcast is gonna call The Chill Guy. The Chill Guy. That's just one. That's just one title. So one title so far. Let's see as we get into it. So what brought you to Essex? How old are you, by the way?
I'm 19.
You're 19, so you just finished high school?
Yeah.
Which high school do you attend?
Gateway Academy. It's a little new. I did spend 2 years at St. Benedict's Prep. It's a private school right over the street.
Oh, what's the difference?
They're Catholic church. You will if you look past this little courthouse, that's a whole school right there. 2 blocks where the soccer field, everything. So they run everything internally. They get their own funding. It's a whole different experience.
How did you end up there?
You apply just like any other high school. For that one, you might have to write a paper for it because they're more of a college prep school. So you got to write a paper, a little essay, telling them why you want to go there. There is tuition, there are donors, everything. It's not a free thing. You get bad grades, just like at Essex. You got to repeat that class or find another route.
Wow. So what made you want to go there?
I have family that went there previously and then graduated. So me, it was following footsteps. Okay. And it's different. It's different. A lot of people don't get to experience that, especially being in the inner city. So
I didn't know that they had a private Catholic school in Newark.
Before I even went there, I could barely tell you where it was at because it's so low key.
Wow. So is it a lot of students there?
Yeah. Boys and girls, probably 1,000 kids in there.
Really? So are you boarding or something? Is it board in?
Yeah, they have that too. They had that, yeah. If you have things going on at home, you go over there, they got a whole little house. Kids living in there. Some kids coming from South Jersey, across the country, Africa. Some kids come over here to play soccer, foreign exchange, all that.
Wow. So do they let you guys out?
Yeah, but it's more of you stay during the week, and then weekends you go home. Okay. So the regular 4-year college experience, you're getting that within your high school years.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's how many years there?
4.
4 years?
Yeah.
So it starts from 8th grade?
Actually, no, they do K through 12. Yeah. So they have a kindergarten. I went freshman year and sophomore year, but they do have a kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, all that.
Really? Straight up until 12th grade?
Yeah.
and it's close to here?
Yeah, like you drive past it every day. You see it all the time. You just don't realize what's right behind those walls.
So would you say it's for every student, or do they like pinpoint who to
Um,
accept?
I mean, good students get favoritism all the time. We grew up knowing that you get good grades, you can kind of do whatever you want at home, at school, outside. They be like, oh, he get good grades, he's a good kid.
Okay.
So yeah, that helps. But I didn't have the best grades when I went. I know a lot of people who don't have the best grades who go and went and didn't have the best grades, but that experience is life changing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what has it taught you being there for the 2 years?
It showed me how the world was before like I got here. Like I knew how to regulate college life, how to check my emails, how to set up my email, know like, ooh, this is a business email, this is the school email, can't use this for that, different things. Applying to schools, knowing professors probably will not care about you sometimes. You might have a good one, you might have a bad one. So it was a real awakening because they are trying to prepare you for the real world.
Okay.
And because they have so many connections in itself, it's like if you use that opportunity, you can go a lot of places.
Oh, that's nice. So leaving there, did you plan to come to Essex, or it just happened?
It just happened. I wasn't really the best kid in school, so I didn't have too many options going to like 4-year institutions at first. A lot of them told me like, hey, go to community college, do such and such, then come back to us. But I like Essex. I wanted to play basketball, and this is where like the best opportunity was, and still go to school and do it for free, really.
So are you currently playing basketball outside of school?
Yeah, practice most of the time.
Practice? Or are you playing for like the community? Are you playing for a club?
Oh no, I'm not playing for anyone right now. I work out on my own.
Okay, work on your own. So you say you were a bad kid. What were you doing?
I'm not like a bad. I'm a good kid. You know, everyone wants to. I didn't have the best behaviors in school. You know, I wasn't really. I try hard at like getting good grades and things like that. I'm smart. I just wasn't putting the effort. It's what my teachers would tell me all the time.
So what were you doing?
Nothing. I'd like be playing sports, not doing homework, getting in trouble here and there. Nothing crazy, just like little petty school stuff, messing around, play fight, and all that.
On the
What kids do.
campus in the Catholic school?
Yeah, I mean it's still high school. So I have my little experiences.
So did they teach you about religion and stuff? Did they do anything of that?
Yeah, they don't. There are a lot of religious people there, but it's not like a forceful thing. It's just like
Okay.
we practice. It's more of like you come into someone's house, they practice something, so you kind of got to respect it, and they'll like try to encourage you. They're like, hey, you can come and join us, but they not. Oh, you have to do this. I've taken religion classes though.
Okay.
That was interesting. So
You learn a lot? Kind
I don't use it as much, but yeah, I remember enough.
I took religious classes in Jamaica too. I think it's like a subject. It's called religious education that they teach us in high school. I did that where they just teach you about the different type of religion that is out there. And as you said, it all depends. You just gotta respect other people who they practice and you know who believes in what, and that's just about it. You know, it's not really a subject that I kind of like going. It's like politics to me.
Yeah,
you know, some people love politics, and so I'm like, no, I'm gonna stay away. I may say one or two things, and that's just about it, but nothing more. So, did you grow up in New York?
Yeah.
Born and raised?
Yeah, whole time, all over.
Never moved anywhere?
No.
Wow. So how was it growing up here? Because New York is, oh Lord.
It's funny because like I'm growing up now, and I'm like really watching the city change on me because I've been here for a minute. So I'm watching things. It's like, where does building come from? Or there used to be a building right here that's not here anymore. And I hate the traffic here though. I hate the traffic more than anything. I hate traffic.
After 3 or 4 o'clock, it'd be so much traffic, and I take the bus.
Because we have so many schools, and it is an inner city. So it's like it's so many schools. There's so many people going in and out. So once 3, 4 o'clock hit, that's people coming off of work, kids coming off of school, pre-K, daycare, all that. So everybody's like, it's time to go home right now. But everyone's doing it at the same time. I hate it.
Yeah, I take the bus, and because I'm not I had a car accident, so I haven't been behind the wheel since. So I take the bus, and it'd be after 3, I think like 4 o'clock and stuff. It'd be a lot of traffic coming out of Newark because I live in EO to go. But
Right.
once you
Me
kind
too,
of
me
like
too.
cross that border, then it kind of like dies down.
Yeah.
But I have to ask you, did you grow up with both parents?
No. Separate.
Separate?
Yeah.
Oh, this is so much better. Bring the mic up.
Right.
I just hear myself, and I'm like, this sounds so clear.
I got you.
That was so good. So you grew up with separate parents, separate household?
Yeah.
Wait, which one did you grow up with?
My mom.
Mommy. Hey, Mom. How was it?
It's an interesting experience because I grew up watching other people be with two parents, and I'm like, I can't do that.
No?
I feel like when you get used to having one parent in the home, that one parent is law. And a lot of people, I think, can relate to that. Like, when you grow up with your mom versus your dad, obviously that one parent, everything is law. So when you grow up with them, you go to the other parent's house, and you don't see them as much, and they don't, like, come around. That's less like the parent's house is more like it's just like an escape. Like, it's not, you know what I'm trying to say?
No.
Like, you know how, like, you have certain rules in your parents' home. You call me your parents' home, you know, sometimes you gotta take your shoes off or don't turn the lights on or keep such and such off. So when I went to, like, my dad's house, that was just, like, chill time because he was more cool because I didn't see him as often. So I didn't have to worry about him being so parentally strong on me. It was just, like, regular because I already had my mom for that.
Okay.
So I was pretty chill with my dad.
So what was the relationship?
With my dad?
Yeah.
He was cool. He was cool. He was around. Like, I can't say, like, I didn't know my dad or anything like that, or I didn't like him. Like, he was cool. I respect him. I learned some things from him.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So he was present in your life.
Yeah. He was around. He knew, like, what I was doing and everything.
Okay. Do you have any other siblings?
Yeah, I have two.
Both same
Yeah.
mom or dad?
Same dad. The other one, no.
Different dad, but same mom.
Yeah.
Are they older or younger?
Younger. Oldest.
Oh, older they.
I feel like 7 and I would say 7 or 8 and 12.
Okay, so you're the big brother.
Yeah.
All right, girls or boy?
Boys, all boys.
Oh, your mom is a boy mom. Oh, so how is it you being the big brother and you have the younger one? Are they like looking up to you? Or they like don't want to hear what you're talking about?
I have a complicated relationship, a little bit. Me and the other one, me and the middle child, we bump heads a lot, especially growing up for him, because I believe I'm 19, he's 12, so that's a 7-year difference. And then the other one, he's like 8, so that's like a 9-year difference or something like that. Or so I just spent most of my time really like watching my brothers because they were so young and I was so much older than them.
Yeah.
So I would just be sitting in the house babysitting a lot as a kid.
Okay, while mom is out getting the bread, while mom is out working.
Yeah, taking
So how does that affect you in any way?
Yeah. It's that what they call it, a stereotypical kind of growing up, you know, single parent, inner city kid, 3 kids, all boys, doing it on her own, being the oldest one, having to watch everything else while everybody's outside. So
do you feel pressure as a young man has to take on that kind of role in overseeing your brother? That's like a fatherly role.
Yeah, it's very hard to detach and like be a brother.
Yeah. Because
when you grow up, like taking care of your siblings, you're damn near like you're like third or second parent. So it's like when people like my brothers get in trouble, they're like, you know, sometimes it's just kids being kids, things like. I'm like, nah, I know him. Like I watched him in the house when he was 2-3 years old. I know what he's doing.
You know what he's doing. It's not no kids
like,
anything.
Like I could break down all the habits and tell you why. Some people like, I'll be like, you with him or them for long enough, you know somebody. Like you know when you know somebody.
So you would say dad was hardly around until when you go to his house.
Yeah.
But mom or kind of absence is like because she's at work.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't like she was never home. It was just more like my mom worked. She took care of everything, so we already knew what time it was. Like, mom leave, take care of the house, don't mess up nothing, because when she come in, she might go crazy. Keep certain stuff clean, sweep the floor, make it look nice sometimes. Sometimes it don't even got to be just when she come in, nobody wants to hear mom.
No.
Nobody want to hear mom when she come in.
So did that, because now you're a teenager, and I know sometimes with kids, especially when they have to pay father for the kid, you know, the big brother in helping out mom. You mentioned earlier that it stopped you from like going out, being a kid, like, you know, enjoying stuff. Did that like affect you in any way?
I would say not really, because like looking at the outcome, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't like I was like hurting, or I didn't know what I was missing out though. So I think that's what helped. Like, I wasn't one of the kids who was always outside with their friends, like in the street doing God knows what. So like maybe I missed out on that, but like I turned out well. I didn't miss anything. I'm still living life now, so
that's cool. Good, because as a young man, you're only 19, and I know here in Newark, there's a lot of stigma, especially in the community. You know, a lot of violence, war. You got young kids, young boys who's out in the street. You know, fall to that. Have you ever fall victim to any of those, or you just always like in the house with the family?
If you mean like the streets,
yes,
I'm a good kid. I'm on the sidewalk. Nah. I was never around the crowd, but I'm never one to be influenced to like forced to do something. Like I had to feel comfortable enough for me to do it to even consider it. No one's forcing me to do anything. But I've seen people grow up and have different lifestyles or home environments from me. It's tough to see because it's so normal, especially in Newark. But you get to a point where it's like, I kind of just gotta like respect everyone's living. Like, you might not be practicing the best habits socially, economically, whatever, but it's like, I didn't grow up that way. I can't tell you like, oh, what you're doing is bad. You might know, but sometimes all you know is what you're doing.
Okay, that's good. So how did you get in sports?
Working out, really. I was always an active kid, so sports was like second year for me. I think I first got into football for a little bit. Then it was, I think, football for a little bit, track. Basketball, I was never good at basketball, actually.
No.
But before I started, I was not good at basketball. I was just like a little fast kid who could jump around a little bit. But after that, I didn't have a single basketball skill in my bones.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. So now at 19, how do you view the world? No, you're adult. I mean, you're not 21 as yet. You're still young, okay?
Still young.
But how do you you have a little more ownership of, because you're not like under 18 now and stuff. So, you know, you may have a little more responsible. Are you still with mom?
No.
Okay.
I would say I spend a lot of time like thinking about myself and like what I'm doing and where I'm going and where I've been. So I would say I'm doing pretty good right now. A college student. I'm working whenever I can. I'm just living, trying to keep everything together.
So how do you, when you sit back and think about yourself, because self is a big word, you know, self. Many people don't know that self come first. You understand? Like, what do you vision? Like, what does that look like when you look within yourself?
This is very like philosophical and like talking about it, but like I think of like what I'm doing, like where I'm at right now. Like whatever moment I might be in is like, all right, what am I doing now? What does this look like on the outside? Because a lot of people tell me, because I'm young and I have a lot of older people viewing me, they tell me like from the outside, you don't look like you're doing anything. And I'm like, I know that sometimes. Cause
what do you mean by that?
I would like to say like a lot of times when you're working hard or just doing things in general, not everyone is like open to you working hard. They just want to see the results.
Yes. That's okay. I get that.
It's
now.
like you may not seem like you're getting far with the podcast or anything from my point of view, if anything. But you'd be like, nah, I'm going through this, and this. And it's like sometimes people are telling you just because like out of love is like, it seems like, you know, you're not doing much, you're not making any movement, you're just chilling, you're relaxed, you're not doing anything. But it's like the whole time it's like, they're supposed to feel that way because they're not everyone is supposed to just be able to see what you're doing every step of the way.
Amen. Amen to that. Okay, I kind of have a broader spectrum of what you're saying, and that's so right. I like how you put that because, as you say, many times you're doing something, you're moving, and on the outside, other people may think you're not doing anything, but you know that you're doing something. But does that even do you ever feel like within yourself, even though you're doing a lot, you feel like you're not doing?
Yes, sometimes. It's funny because like you be doing so much and like you'll look in the mirror and feel like it adds up to nothing. And I feel like those are times where people are supposed to like take a step back or really analyze like what you want or what it is the problem. Because a lot of times you might really be where you want to be or somewhere where you should be, but you don't realize it.
Yes.
Or you're looking for something else and that's messing up what you got over here. So you're like, oh, I'm doing all this, but something doesn't feel right. Or it feels like something's missing. It's like, well, maybe you could do more.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah, stay in your lane.
Because that point, it's something that I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm in like a little healing journey now. Now that I'm getting, they say life brings experience. You understand, and your journey along the way will teach you a lot. You understand. Some people may not try things. Some people may try things. You understand. But for me, as I'm learning, I'm always a person that's doing a lot. Like I do a lot of different things. But sometimes I feel like within myself, like I'm not moving. I'm not doing anything. You understand. But then I would sit down and have a talk with somebody that I may trust or whatever and talking. And I would be like, I mostly find myself these days talking to stranger, in which I enjoy more, to be honest with you.
That is really good. I can
yes, they'd be like, girl, you have a lot going on. And I'll be like, I don't see it. I don't. But then when you really reflect and sit down on the different things that you're doing, it's like you're doing a lot. Maybe because it hasn't reached the destination of where you want it and everything coming to fruition.
Yeah.
That's why you maybe think you're not, but you're actually building that groundwork. You're planting the seed. You're putting down that foundation. It's just step by step in building up that block in order to achieve something.
Sorry.
No, that's good. Go ahead.
Sometimes I do a lot, or like I think I do a lot sometimes. And it's funny because like you get used to it, that a lot you're doing doesn't seem like enough. So you might sometimes have to like you say, talking to strangers is good because they're not there with you all the time. They're just listening to what you have to say. So it might be a lot sometimes, but sometimes like when you get used to that schedule or that hard working lifestyle, it might make sense for you to add something else because now you live in like 1, 2, 3, I'm doing this all day. Cool, I gotta do this after. Some people are that locked in. So when they feel like they got it down packed or they don't realize they have it so down packed, it's become easy, it's routine. Either they try to like overcompensate or it's like, oh, what did I just do? Like, I still got too much time. I was like, no, you did good. You did what you were supposed to do. You're just better at it now.
So do you feel like 2024 is about to come to an end? Did you set out some goals to achieve this year?
Yeah, fitness goals, school goals, practicing healthy student habits, being responsible in school, managing work, take care of my body, especially while I'm young, taking care of my body.
So the goals that you set up for 2024, you say you check all of those?
Yeah, like I know what going into 2024, what I'm bringing with me. I mean, 2025.
2025, listen,
right.
2025, okay? We got like 2 weeks left in 2024.
It's almost over.
Ooh, I cannot believe it.
Yeah. Year
wow.
So quick. But I know what I'm taking with me, and I know what I have to like add in my bag.
Okay.
So I'm just going to work on that. But everything takes time.
Everything does take time, you understand? And that's why I tell everyone, 2024, yes, sometimes we set out some goals and you may, because life be life and things happen. You know, you have
be
ups
life,
and down. You may not able to achieve all of that, but that doesn't mean that you can't continue with that goal that you had in mind, because you're still breathing. Once you're still breathing, there's still hope for things. So don't knock yourself down because you haven't achieved something for a year that you set out to. You got the next year coming and stuff. So are you a person that likes to share your goals and stuff with others, like your mom or maybe any close friends or relative?
I would say no, not really. Like I tell people my goals, but not to like validate it. Just not to validate it. Sometimes I just feel like talking about myself, you know, just to put things out there with like, because like I said, some people don't know what you have going on. So sometimes you'll be like, hey, yeah, like this year I'm about to go get my body right in the gym, or I'm about to go get this A in this class that I need to pass to get my degree. So things like that, I tell myself a lot about, because that's where it starts.
Self.
Yeah, and it takes a lot of time to like start things. That's what I learned, especially doing a lot. It takes.
Tell them again. It does take a lot of time. The mind, you understand, but you want to know. I've read a book, so I'm gonna get into reading, so I could call out these names and stuff. But I always like start a little thing, reading and thing. But I heard something. I forgot where I saw it, but it said that starting is always the hardest part.
Yeah.
When you're trying to branch out into something, because of that, maybe sometime that fear, you may failed, or you may be thinking of the outside critics.
Yeah.
Or you may thinking that there won't be support of people that's in your life or people that you really care about.
Yeah.
Or you can also be thinking that am I doing enough in making this person, it's like a type of validation or whatever in that kind of way. But those are like the circle, like in the mind and everything, and trying to start something. But I think once we get over that fear and start, everything becomes more easier.
Yeah. Actually, you just said it perfect. I can't even reply. That was perfect.
Because I that happened to me with this podcast. I've been supposed to start. I started the semester in February, and I got in here. I used to like help. There was a young girl here. Let me see if her posters is still up. Okay, so they took down her right here. Oh. What you working with? So she's no longer on campus. She migrated. But I help her like with her podcast and stuff, like how to structure it and what to do and things. And I remember Joe, he's like, why don't you start your podcast? You know, it would be great because we talk about stuff. So let me know what we could talk about and thing. And it's been weighing on me so much, so heavily, because I'm like, I want it to be personal. I want to talk about my personal life. I mean, not my journey of what happened to me with coming to college and coming to America and different thing. And it took me months. I'm telling you, from February, and I didn't start until September.
Yeah.
I like pulled the plug. I remember Joe came to me one day. He got mad. He's like, I'm not talking to you. He didn't like say like he's not talking to me or anything, but he's like, you've been saying you're going to start this thing. When are you going to start it? But you want to know what? I needed to hear that because it was just me in my head and me thinking about, I'm not a person to open up and share when I'm going through stuff. I don't share it. I like to deal with it within myself, and because I've done that and others have judged me in my life and it created a cloud. So I'm like, I don't want to let people in my business and stuff. What I'm going to talk about on this podcast. But in the back of my head, I know what I wanted to structure and be. I just wasn't ready to take that path. Yeah. But I started in September and I'm in October, and it's been 24 episodes since. So once you start, you can always, it becomes easier.
Yeah. If I can say anything, like being yourself and being proud of that is like the biggest thing. Like,
it is.
Not caring is one of the hardest and easiest things to do because it's a lot of ways to care, a lot of ways and a lot of ways not to. And people will look at you and be like, oh, like you're not doing enough. Like you said earlier, it's like sometimes you're like, I don't care. Like I do what I want. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to put my heart into it. If I'm going to say something and put it out there, like that's my truth and it is what it is.
Oh, I love that. So, guys, as you already know, we keep the short and simple, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I haven't even get down into it. I need to start being moving more faster. But guys, I just be like, just going through it. It's just calm flow and every single thing. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I hope you guys enjoy this part 1. Okay, getting to know my guest Nasir. Did I pronounce your name right?
Yes.
You see, I have 2 Nasir. I interviewed Nasir on here. You have the highest view.
Oh.
So 4.
Okay.
It's so good. But yeah, I hope you learn a little bit about I'll call you the PTA. He's a physical therapist. He's about to give me some ideas because, guys, I'm going through physical therapy with my foot. My ankle is not so good. But I hope you guys tune in for part 2. We're going to get more in-depth with some things, Here's some little motivational stuff and things. So before I close up part 1, any little... you want to leave them with anything before we jump in part 2?
Stay positive. Stay positive.
Stay positive. That's always the word, right? Stay positive. Believe in yourself. As I always tell you guys, you understand? Be fearless, never fearful. And you understand? Start unknown, finish unforgettable. And as we end this, you heard the word. Starting is always hard. But once you start, listen to me, you conquer fear and nothing else can stop you from there. So continue watering your plants. You understand? Plant that seed wherever you got to plant seed. Do it, you understand? And just watch it grow, but don't just leave it. You got to nourish it, right? You got to water, you got to feed it. So as usual, you already know my name is Samantha. And this is the Say in Your Lane podcast. Guys, they messed up my thing so much, but don't worry, I'm coming back for them. So again, check me out on YouTube, check me out on Spotify, and we will be coming with some more platform. So stay tuned for part 2 because it will be coming up in the next episode. Love you. Stay. Elaine, it's very cold today, guys. Bye. Love you. Bye.
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.